Hello everyone, I'm once again here with Cambridge AS Level English Language Paper 2 and that is question 2. In my last video, I covered short writing response and that was question 1 of paper 2. In this video, I will cover extended writing and that is composed of 600 to 900 words. For decoding the extended writing question, there is a decoding tip here and that is TCAP. T text, C content, A audience and P purpose. When we talk about text, text is of several types. It can be letter, it can be review, it can be narrative or descriptive. And for writing a specific text, you must be aware of all the characteristics that is involved in that text type. Second comes content. Content means the main focus of your writing. And the third one is audience. Audience is someone whom you are writing your text for. So different texts have different audiences. Letter has a different audience and review has a different audience. Similar is the case with the purpose. Different text types have different purposes. One of the purposes is to inform the reader, as in the case of the article. And one of the purposes is to convince the readers, as in the case of review writing. Then there are different type of questions that can come under extended writing question. For example, you are asked to write a review or a report, you are asked to write descriptive or the narrative account. So for working on any kind of the prompt, you must be aware of these 4 tips which is given in the decoding tip, that is a T and that is a text type, content and audience and purposes. In this video, I will tell you how to write a good review in exams. And let me read this given prompt here for you. A new healthy food cafe for young people has just opened in your area. Write a review of it for your school magazine or newsletter aimed at other students. Let me use the decoding tip here. That is, T is text type. So here the text type is review and content is healthy food cafe. And the third one, that is audience, is young people. And the purpose of the reviews is basically to convince your readers. While writing a good review, you must have WH questions in mind, like when, where, what, who, how, why. There are simple WH questions here for your better understanding. That is, when did you go? For example, if you're writing a review on food cafe, so you will tell the readers that when did you go? Then you will tell your readers that where did you go, the location of that site, and what did you eat, means what kind of food served you, and who served you, means all the services you had there. How was experience? Experience involves your food, the taste, and the whole atmosphere. Last question is very important here, and that is, why would or wouldn't you like to go again? For example, if you like something, you will definitely suggest your readers to do that. And if you do not like anything, you will stop your readers doing that thing. So this question is very important in your review writing. Here comes a question that what kind of characteristics you follow for writing a good review for your in your exams. First characteristic is to provide an overview of the key facts of the experience. For example, you are giving a whole summary of an experience or some of the key points that you want to share with your readers. Second is use present tense. Why do we use present tense in your reviews? It is basically because we have experienced something and we want to make this experience live for your readers. You use present tense. So basically we are connecting with the readers. Third one is convey the writer's expertise. How can you create this expertise in your writing? It is through statistics or the research. Basically, when you go for the exams, you come across with so many questions that you may not have read about them earlier. So what do you do in exams? How you show your expertise there? You make believe. You just make your examiner believe that you are using such technique which is very powerful in review writing. And that is done by writing such sentences as if you as if 90% population so and so, and you can also quote that the recent research, the recent survey suggests. I mean, this kind of language can show the examiner that you are really an expert in your field. Then you can also make use of your opinion through loaded or emotive language. Basically, when you have an opinion, when you keep an opinion, you have intense feelings towards that, and this is shown by the language you use in your writing. And the next one is make a comparison using humorous or the intense or the exaggerated language. Remember one thing here, that your that review is not a personal, outpouring of opinion, but a considered and sometimes highly critical or complimentary perspective. That's why you are not hurting anyone's feeling. So making use of humor in your writing can show an objective point of view to the readers. For example, you say the mountain of gloopy pasta looked like it could be used for filling a hole in the wall, and the portions of the dessert, in contrast, were so small that you needed a microscope to see them. See, here you are saying something very annoying, but you are saying in such a way that it cannot hurt anyone's feeling. Then you may adopt informal language to engage with the reader. And the last one is use evaluative language in your reviews. What is evaluative language? Evaluative language means that for showing an authoritative tone in your writing, you must hold off such words and phrases that places you as an informed observer. And how can you do that in your writing? You can introduce the elements which is under discussion, or you can ask questions from your readers, and you can also give the good and the bad points of the things which are being reviewed. And the next one is a review by J. Rayner, and in this review, the reviewer has used the first person voice for showing his feelings. For example, in the first paragraph, he says, I want to say Victorian, but perhaps it's Georgian. And in the number of times he's using first person voice. And the second thing he asks questions from the readers, which is one of the characteristics of evaluative language. That he says in the first paragraph, what do I know about architecture? Then he says, can I also say that the people inside seem nice? Means he's asking the audience these questions. And the next structural technique he used, in the second paragraph, you can see sentences, that is short sentences. Even in the first paragraph, he says the fourth line, I don't know, it's pretty. These are the short sentences he's using. And the second paragraph, again, he says, this is tough. And in the fourth or fifth line, he says, they may be nice people. Also in the sixth paragraph, he says that desserts are the one clear success. Means in one sentence, he's showing his likeness for desserts. I mean, if sometimes you do not like the food, but when you come to desserts, you definitely like this. Or the next thing he uses, that is the evidence that this reviewer knows a lot about food, and he shows this evidence through the lexical choices in the fifth paragraph. In the fifth paragraph, there are many points which shows this thing. He used the word smoke Stilton, then he says code fritters, then hunks of chorizo, and then he says crooked. I mean, these are such words which can be used only by a person who is really an informed observer, or who really has an expertise in the food. And then in the last paragraph, he tries to convey some humor there. In the last paragraph, second line, when he says views were sourced, temperature taken, it means when he was gathering the opinions from the people, their temperatures were also checked. It means it shows that whether the people were getting angry or happy while giving their opinions about that restaurant. So if you follow any of the given tips that is given in this video, you can definitely write a good response, a good review for your extended writing question in exam. That is all for today. Thank you so much.